Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft, and I'm back to cast another 2v2 match for you. This one is going to be on the Abyss, which is not a ladder map. Because this is actually from a tournament finals, which I'll talk about in just 1 second. I quickly wanted to thank zLArcanite again for sending me that last game. It was so exciting, and give him some mad props for sending me the game. Spoiler alert, even though his team ended up losing. So that was a really exciting game, so you should definitely check that out. And anyway, this is going to be a master level 2v2s, the finals of the Zeke.com weekly 2v2 tournament. This is the most recent finals match. It is a best of 3, and it's going to be between dapperLy, the pink Zerg player, and Aries, the blue Protoss. Their opponents are going to be zLArcanite, the purple Protoss, and Hakishu, the red Zerg. Now, a Dubstep from Zeke.com sent me these games at my request, and that's because he is working on setting up a 4v4 tournament for Zeke.com and was interested in having me call some of the games, and that sounds really exciting, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I've set up a Justin.tv live stream for that purpose, and so I'll keep you guys up to date with how that is working out, as a Forge is now coming out for Arcanite. So we'll see if he tries to get cheesy with the Forge or if he tries to be defensive with it. He does have one probe up here checking out the situation in Aries' base. So we'll see how that pans out. But this map, Abyss, is again not a ladder map, and everyone spawns on their own sort of peninsula here with a natural expansion. As we see a cheesy, sneaky little pylon here from Arcanite going down, and I wonder, as Aries doesn't see this, he's got to see this already. So they know that there is cheese on the way. So what are they going to be able to do about it? Aries at this point should probably be thinking about completely walling in his base here. This is something that I've learned, that you want to completely wall in so that the bottom team won't be able to get any vision up there anytime soon. You can see the nearest overlord is way down here from Hakishu. So as long as he can deny access to this probe, he should be okay here, and eventually we'll be able to take these out with some stalkers. He's got a bunch of probes coming down right now, and is he going to be able to deny Arcanite's probe the access? One probe goes down for Arcanite, so far doing a decent job here. He's got one zealot down here trying to deny these photon cannons, but 2 of them are about to finish. Arcanite's got 1 photon cannon finished, and this zealot is working on the other cannon. It looks like Aries is going to pull back from this here. And again, as long as he can deny vision on the high ground, he should be okay. We'll see what Arcanite tries to do. He is setting up another probe to try and continue that attack, and at the same time it looks like Hakishu was poking into the Zerg base to sort of keep these Zerglings contained. And now dapperLy should probably be thinking about sending these Zerglings over to help, as this probe now from Arcanite is going to run right through the zealots using the mineral trick, and the probe is going to get up into the high ground. So now the cannon is shooting away at these zealots, and this zealot trying to kill this cannon here. That one zealot is going to go down. The probe finally does go down, but it looks like these zealots will be able to kill. He needs to not try and micro that zealot back, though. Actually ended up being a great play from Aries. If Arcanite had microed his cannon, it would have been a bad play, but it looks like he didn't, and Aries, with a great play right there, able to deny that high ground cannon to stay alive here, and starting to work now on that warp gate tech and getting that stalker out, which he will desperately need. But now some Zerglings for Hakishu are going to run up here and hold position, but Aries is using his zealots to hold position here and deny this run by. However, this zealot out here is really exposed, and now with the Zergling getting that high ground vision from these cannons, the top team is going to be in a lot of trouble here. A new cannon is going down from Arcanite, and the stalker is working on that right now. One pylon is going to go down for Aries. He still has enough to build more units, and now dapperLy, it looks like, has arrived with the Zerglings. Apparently he already arrived before with those Zerglings, sorry about that, and is able to deny that. So the top team just hanging on against this cheese, but now that they appear to have successfully denied the cheese, they're going to have the advantage. dapperLy is already nearing completion with this natural expansion. Zerglings battling it out in the middle. A pretty even matchup there, and now Arcanite is forced to fall back, wall himself in, and try and use some cannons to stay alive, as we have a late cybernetics core because of that cannon rush. And now dapperLy poking into the Zerg base, going to see a queen and a spine crawler, and now a roach warren finishing. I'm not sure if dapperLy did see that. We'll see what he answers with here. Giving me a second now after all this early cheese to take a look at the production tabs, as dapperLy is poking away up here. And with that Zealot walling in, I think he thought he would lose too many units trying to break that, as these Zerglings would have been able to maybe trap him later. And it looks like dapperLy is going to start going eye for an eye with these Zerglings at the ramp here, and pretty much a dead even amount of Zerglings. And neither player, well, dapperLy not opting to fall back, trying to somehow squeeze in there so he can get a better surround. Look at Hakishu microing Zerglings back and forth to try and keep them alive. Now he's going to fall back to the safety of the middle line. dapperLy does not look like he will be able to do much about that. Now with his second base up, we'll see if he starts to drone up a little bit. He's going for some ground weapon upgrades. We do have a Twilight Council on the way for Ares, so we'll see if he goes for Blink with all of these Stalkers, or if he tries to go for quick Dark Templars, as Hakishu now with the Baneling's Nest finish and 7 Banelings morphing in. That could be devastating for dapperLy. However, Ares already with a pretty nice force of Stalkers here after having denied the cheese. Going to be able to poke away at these gateways and break down this front uncontested here, and now his Proxy Pylon is in position. He's warping in reinforcements, more Stalkers on the way. Some nice micro here from Ares to keep the Stalkers out of range of the defending Stalkers. And now, did we see the Banelings? Where are the Banelings? dapperLy, it looks like, saw all these Banelings, so they're going to go straight after the Protoss base, and it looks like these Zerglings will be able to trap the Stalkers from Arcanite that were trying to retreat. And I definitely think the top team is going to take this game at this point. The cheese did not work from Arcanite, and the top team ended up making them pay for that, and the Bailing is just a little bit too late for Hakishu to get out there. He went for roaches. He went for a Roach Warren and a Bailey's Nest, which is something you normally don't want to do right away, especially when you're already behind from cheese, because you just can't afford to go for those 2 different tech routes. So a little indecisive perhaps there by Hakishu, and now with Arcanite's base totally in shambles, it's just going to be a matter of time before Hakishu ends up losing this game. So I'm going to get a minute to breathe here, I think. It looks like Hakishu wants to try and make a last stand here. The Spine Crawlers are still burrowing, but they will get down in time. And will the Banelings blow up on the Zealots? They're trying to fall back and wait until the Zerglings get there to get the most use out of them. A nice force field here from Ares is going to trap some units back here. It looks like some of the Roaches getting trapped back there. But as long as Ares keeps this harass up, this game will be in the bag. But of course, being a tournament game, nobody is too quick to just GG out, as I don't think there's any money at stake in this tournament, but there are bids for future tournaments that do have money at stake, if that made sense. So anyway, it looks like that's going to do it for this game. The top team will take game 1. dapperLy and Ares, very well played. A nice job defending the cheese. A great job there by Ares defending the cheese, I should say, as I probably would have crumbled to that cheese. It wasn't that bad of an attempt. But a nice job again by Ares defending that. So 2 master level teams going at it for the 2v2Zeke.com championship of last week. They play every Friday, I believe, the 2v2. So I'm going to go ahead and cast game number 2 of this finals right now. So that's going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.